boys and girls, I'm back. I hope you had a great weekend. You may have noticed that I'm wearing my Cardinal baseball t-shirt because besides missing you, which I do a whole lot, I'm also missing my Cardinal baseball. So I thought, well, I'll make myself feel a little better and put my t-shirt on that I got at spring training. So today, we're going to start week 2 of our Learn from Home. We're going to drill your vowels and we're going to drill the trick words. Now, I know we can't do that the same way we do it at school, but I'll explain it to you when we get to that part. First of all, let's do our vowels. Ready? Here we go. A, apple, A. A, safe, A. A, acorn, A. E, ed, E, Pete, E. E, me, E. I, itch, I, pine, I, hi, I. O, octopus, O, home, O, no, O. U, up, U, mule, U, rule, U, pupil, U, flew, Y, baby, E, Y, cry, I. IGH, light, I. Schwa, wagon, All right, on to our trick words. Now, we're not going to try to do that whole big stack that we have at school. We're going to break it up into a few days. So we're going to do 15. I'm going to hold up the word. You read it out loud. Then I'm going to give you 5 of the words, and I want you to have your paper and pencil or your dry erase marker and board if you have one handy. And I'll say the word, you write it down. I'll put it up here on our dry erase board, and you can check to see if you have spelled it correctly. And then at the end, I have a little task for you. So are you ready? Here we go. Of, want. Don't forget, who wants my picnic? The ant. Goes, once. Use, used. Always. Other, another. Who, remember our song? W-H-O, W-H-O, that's how we spell who. W-H-O, W-H-O, that's how we spell who. New, no. Only. Their, like their dog or their pizza. Remember, if I know that someone owns it, I use the word that's spelled with I. Sure. Often. Animal. And what animal do we try to remember? Alligator. That helps us remember that animal ends with A-L. Were. There is no H in were. There is no H in were. W-E-R-E. There is no H in were. I really hadn't been planning on singing on a video, but if it helps us remember, it'll be great. Please remember, trick words are words you can't tap out like we do normal words because they don't follow the rules. There's always something tricky about them. So let's remind ourselves, what about were? What's tricky about it? Well, what's tricky about it is it sounds like were, but it looks like it should be said we're because it has that silent E on the end. So that's the tricky part. You have to remember to put the E on the end. What about animal? What's tricky about animal? Part of it's the same. An is the same. I is the same. It's this AL that's tricky. That's why we try to remember the alligator. So remember, you can't tap out the words, but you really need to know how to spell them. So here is your task. I hope you have your paper and pencil or your dry erase marker. If you don't, go ahead and pause the video right now and go get it. Okay, so here's the words I want you to spell today on your paper. I'll give you a few minutes to write it down, and then I'm going to put the card up here on the dry erase board, and you can check to see if you spelled it correctly. All right, here we go. Your first word, animal. Repeat it. Now write it down. Your next word, were. Repeat it. Now write it down. Your next word, often. Sometimes we try to remember often or of 10 to help us spell it. Repeat the word often. Write it down. If I'm going too fast, just pause me, and that's okay. Next word, sure. I was sure I knew how to spell the word sure. Repeat it. Write it down. And the last one we're going to do today, their, like their dog or their pizza. Repeat it and write it down. Okay, now it's time to check. See how you spelled them. Did you spell animal correctly? A-N-I-M-A-L. How about were? W-E-R-E. No H. How about often? O-F-T-E-N. How about sure? S-U-R-E. Now we're only going to do 5 because that's all I have room for on our board. Not like our great big one at school. And the last one, there. Did you pick the right there? I hope so. T-H-E-I-R. Okay, now this is your very final task. Now what I'd like you to do, that you know you've spelled them all correctly, is next to each one, write that word 3 times correctly. Remember, it takes a lot of repetitions to get things into our brain. So write it down 3 times. If you want to show mom or dad how we do sky writing and air writing and invisible writing, you can do that too. Anything to practice these words is a good idea. All right, see you real soon. I hope you enjoy your second week of learning from home.